Hello, everyone. How's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some more dotAGE, shall we? Picking up where we left off with our guide for complete beginners. And, well, what I always do when I log back in to dotAGE after playing for a bit, I check out my village. I make sure all the workers are busy. They are. I make sure I'm either building a cabin or procreating, and in this case, I believe we're doing both. And then I ensure that I have enough food, good, all my resources are reasonable, and then we check in with our domains. And let's look at the prophecy, and we know that we're going to have this heat domain coming up. So we're planning for that, and we are researching a retreat so that we can expedite our research process. So I'm just going to push spacebar and the turn. These two pips will make a pippin, and we will get some free labor that we can convert into some new jobs. All right, everybody's going into sleep for the night. And it's a new day, and we have 4 pips free. We have 2 pippins developing, and we're going to go ahead and immediately make another pippin. And we have enough wood, so we can make another house. And where do I want to make the house? I kind of want to keep moving down in this direction, if we could. And we already have this territory, so that's 2 new. This is 2 new. That's fine. Let's go there. And we have 1 pip free. So what do I want to do? This is growing. This is growing. I'm gathering. I have 3 wood, and we're getting 2. And then we're taking away 4. So we can take away 4 from 3 only because we add 2 from our collection phase before we consume it in the production phase. And that will leave us with 1 wood remaining, which is not a lot. And if I want to terraform and till the soil, that'll take another wood, but I'm okay doing that. I'm going to go ahead and prepare. Put this right here. And end the turn. There we go. Wonderful. Okay, so now you can see that this field is done. And we can take one of our workers. I was going to put them on the berry bush. You could see we're actually at a deficit on food. We are producing 12 but eating 14. But if I put somebody here, then we immediately jump up. But let me talk about this. It's hard to read at first. You have to start doing some arithmetic. I kind of sometimes wish that they would aggregate this in total, but they don't. They break apart the resources. So it looks like I didn't get any more food, but this is because we're only looking at berries, and we're used to only having berries as our singular type of food. But now we have tomatoes. So we will collect tomatoes, and they're actually only going to eat berries, which will take from this deficit. But if you just do the math this way, we have 20 berries, and then we're going to add 18 total food to go to 38, and then eat 14 to go down to 24. So we're still going to get a stockpile, and they can interchangeably eat tomatoes or berries. It doesn't matter. Okay, so now I have next turn, we're going to finish the retreat on research, and I have some free pips. So we're going to put 1 pip on lumber. And do I have enough? I don't have enough seeds, so I'll put a pip on seeds. I can't plant this field without seeds. So we're just going to go ahead and do those two things. That's all of our pips. This pippin needs 4 days, and we can click on the pippin icon up here in the upper right just to see all of our pippins. We have 3, and this guy, or gal, Fecco, is going to grow up tomorrow, so we'll have another laborer. Fantastic. Let's spacebar. So now we have enough knowledge. We have researched the retreat. We built another cabin, and Fecco is growing up into a member of the forced labor. I mean, proud citizen. And we got the retreat. And now we need to talk about training, which is another thing that Mattis remembers, and how to upgrade buildings, which we're going to do immediately. So some buildings require trained professionals to work in them, and pips must be skilled enough with the tools of the trade. Professionals can be identified by their fancy hats, which is awesome. A professional can work in more buildings, but they can still work in basic buildings. So what you need to know about professionals is one professional can work in any building that takes a basic pip and the building it takes them as a professional. But if a building took another professional to work there, they couldn't work there unless you dropped their profession and changed it to a new one. So they can only have one profession at a time. Now, especially early in the game, this does not matter at all. So, and you can always just, liberate people from their job and just take the time to train them up again. To train a professional, use the train action on a building from its actions menu. Remember, this is what we get to with right click. You'll need a free pip and sometimes a matching tool resource. So the thinker does not require a tool. You can unlock buildings that are stronger versions of existing buildings. You can build upgraded versions of these buildings on top of the old ones, saving a lot of building resources, which is great. So you only need, it's like they prorate you, and you can just, in this case, they're showing you the well to the better well. And this is, so nice for efficiency's sake. So I have 3 pips available, and if I click on the thinking post, and then I right-click and go to the middle option, it's going to take 1 pip, 1 day, and 5 wood to upgrade this to the better variety. And we'll do that. It's a lot of our lumber. Then we need to think about something else that we want to research. So we've got the retreat, and we can get a better resource, which is the secluded retreat. We already researched the puddle, which is great. I think we should probably... there's a lot of stuff that's so good. So here, Remedy Rug I'm thinking about. We don't need it right now. We're not dealing with the domain that requires this to be built to secure protection against it. So we could kind of jump around to some other options. We could build a better well. We could build the herb picker. We could try to go for the village hall, but this doesn't, we can't, even if we research the village hall, if you mouse over this, you see that it requires 4 stone and 15 wood. We don't have stone. We'd have to go to construction and get the stone gatherer to even make that a possibility. So I think what I want to do is start moving into the construction field, but I'm also tempted by hunting and maybe even domestication, but let's just go over here. So now the wood stack is awesome because this is a huge upgrade. It'll take getting 1 pip getting 2 wood per day to 1 pip getting 4 wood per day, but it does, if I right click on this, it requires a handyman, and the handyman is a profession, and they can work in berry shrubs or bonfires, etc., or hunting tents, clearings. These are all the different buildings that the handyman could go in. But yeah, this is good. The wood stack is great, but it requires a clearing first. So let's do the clearing and then build up. We need the workbench, we need the wood stack, and we need the stone gatherer. We just need all of those things. Now I have 3 workers available. We should have a house free. We do. We'll make another pip. And now I actually have enough. I have a free worker, so we can go ahead and plant a tomato field here. Now everybody is working. And let's see. 3 days and 2 days. The berries are running low, but we have enough tomatoes now to combat this. Uh-oh. I could feel it in my bones. The next season is coming upon us. Get ready for it. So now we have 5 days to worry about the seasonal event. And what this means is that heat is going to be our main concern. So you could see a season event will arrive in 5 days, but we can't influence the outcome. So we don't have to worry about anything right now. You notice how there's not even a power level on heat. It's just warning you to get ready, but we don't have to drop everything and build puddles around this well. We're absolutely fine. You know what? I didn't even notice, and that's something that happens frequently with me. I'm not as observant as I wish I were in this game sometimes, and what I mean is this pip finished building the well, but if somebody is building something that's a workstation and then they can work at it, they automatically just start working there. And that's not bad, because none of your resources go bad, and we're going to need water for planting, and, I mean, talking about heat, we're going to need water for that as well. But at the same time, you can kind of not min-max as efficiently if you're not paying attention to stuff like that, but it's okay. So let's see. All right, we need to build a house. There we go. And lumber is a concern, as always. So you'll notice that we've upgraded this, but it requires a thinker. So what we have to do is right-click, and then we have to say train profession. So this will take 1 pip 1 day to train into a thinker. And we'll do that, and some pip will come over and become a thinker. Now, you can micromanage and, select which pip you want. It doesn't really matter for us right now. But then tomorrow, this pip can start gathering double the knowledge, which is amazing. Then this pip, how much lumber do I have? I'm using 4. I have 7. I don't have enough to upgrade that right now because of how much I'm consuming. So I'm actually going to go to raw, and I'm going to build a wood pile over here. Good. And what else do we need? Well, I think it's worth just building this puddle. I have exactly enough wood to build 1 puddle. I'm just going to throw in 1 puddle, get ready. Then I have 1 pip left over that we can assign to something. And we could... I could try to build a forager, but I don't have the wood for it. So instead, I'm just going to look around, and actually, I don't even have a berry bush for this pip to work at. So because of that, I'm going to turn off building the puddle. And instead, what I'm going to do is build a forager. And this is, I'm going to build it right here. I like to build it where I can see it so I remember. Okay, great. And now I still have a pip left over, but I need them to do something. All of my jobs are occupied at the moment. I can't put them on any food at the moment. So what do? Well, what I'm actually going to do is just take this pip off of research and put them on here to generate some hope. There's nothing, hope is free to generate, and you could stockpile it, you don't lose it, and that will just help us instead of having a pip be idle and do nothing. Excellent. Okay, so now you could see our thinker is working and is going to give us enough knowledge to get the clearing. Tremendous. We're going to gather enough wood to upgrade this into a retreat. This is done, so we can assign somebody to this task right here of picking. I'm going to take them off of the berries and have them on tomatoes. It's more food. And we're actually not getting enough food anymore because the berries are running low. So we need to plan for this. And what are we going to do? All right, off of water. We're good on water. You need to, we need to plow a field immediately and get ready for this. There we go. And we have 2 workers generating hope, which we talked about. We could turn them off of this. I could put 1 worker there to get the rest of the berries. Now, this worker is getting hemp. We're going to right-click and change this. I don't want hemp. I could get berries. We could just start getting berries. But we want to make sure we have enough seeds. Actually, I'll take like a turn of hemp. That's fine. That could be useful in the future, and I don't want to not have any. Well, you know what? Never mind. I changed it. The reason I'm changing it is because we have to remember that if I did need hemp desperately, you can collect it and use it on the same turn. So if I had a building that needed hemp, I could set somebody to gather it. They would gather it, and then it would consume it for production, so I could do that all on the same turn. So I don't need to do that now. I'm instead going to... Do I want them to do this? No. I like having this here, but I don't need it. I have 2 free workers. Let's go ahead and just continue getting wood. There's a well spot right down here. I don't want to take that. I'll just put a lumber thing right here. I have 1 free worker. What do I want to do with a free worker? All of my lumber that I'm producing is being consumed this turn. So I can't do anything there. I could get water. I could go forage. Okay, fine. I will send my free worker to the foraging, and I'm going to right-click, and we're going to change it to berries. I have somebody else gathering seeds. Okay. Okay, great. Clearing is done. And don't forget, the strong town requires good foundations. More advanced structures are too heavy to be built on grass and require some pavement. Pavements also increase hit points of structures built on them and make your town prettier. Nice. Okay, so we need to train a Pippin here to be a thinker. We need to select a new piece of research. It's going to be what do I want? I want a wood stack. I want better collection for wood. I'm getting 8 this turn. I'm going to... we need to build a house. And we need to make a Pippin. And all of that collection is done. We are consuming 16 food and gathering 15, so that's not quite enough. And we will prepare, though, by planting here. Okay. And I'm going to take this Pippin off of seeds. And I'm going to start getting ready for... just in case I need more food. And I already have water here, so let's just do this. Okay. And now I have no free workers. This looks great. Okay. We have 5 free workers now, which is incredible. We are building a house. We're gathering lumber. We have a lot of water. This is empty, so we need to replant that, which we can easily. Oh, what's this mean? Oh, okay. Sorry. I just clicked plant. And then there they go. So you don't have to rebuild the tomato field. You just have to right-click and say plant as an action. Okay, so they're planting. That's 4 workers. We want this to be planted. And that will use all of our seeds. So I'm going to put somebody to gather seeds. I have 2 free workers. And you know what I want? Now that I'm starting to get more and more laborers, I'm going to build another retreat. And we can just put it right here. Perfect. And then... gee. No, I don't really need a well at the moment. This is fine. I'm building a house. What do we want? We're not going to have the wood stack for quite some time, for 2 turns at least. I only have 1 free worker. I could get them gathering water. There's nothing wrong with that. I could also preemptively clear out some space to build our wood pile, but let's go ahead and get this. I don't think we need to clear out. I think once we have wood clearing researched, we can click upgrade on the existing stacks, and that'll work. And there we go. Okay, feeding everybody. Okay, 4 free workers. 2 immediately procreate, thank you. 2 free workers. And they're still building the retreat, no problem. This is planted. We are going to get another field in. And now we have 14 food coming in and 17 being consumed, which is scary. So we're going to need to get cooking online soon, or just, keep going with our agriculture. This is the tightrope that we're walking, but it's worth it. Okay, we have 11 stored up. It's not like we're going to die. But this is what we want because we want to grow as fast as possible. Amazing. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Why? It's a new season, and the heat domain is awake. It's summer. Seasonal threat +1. It cures frozen from all pips, removes frozen, and removes snow. So it's telling us these are ailments from the winter. Summer is finally here. The heat is harsher during summer, so be sure to fend off the domain. When the new season starts, plants that match the season will be restocked. Use this to your advantage. So all of our berry bushes are back. Event chaining. If events are left unchecked, they may have consequences. New, previously unforeseen events may appear and be added to the prophecy. A good event can block the chain. That's what we want. Good event. So it's the new season. You can see the game changes in appearance. All of our berry bushes are back. I see an unknown event coming on us. The vision is confusing, but there is hope. We can fight it. So this event is here in the heat domain, and we have 5 days. We are immediately going to set somebody to finish this puddle. And I'm actually, because I have so many pips and I just want to be really, really proactive, I'm going to go to Services, Cold, and build another puddle right here. This will help ensure that we tilt this in our favor. And we have 2 free workers. Let us build a cabin. Wonderful. So remember how I was getting all of these seeds and everything and planting because we were out of berries. But the game is so well balanced. You see, we just got all of the berries back. So now we don't even have to worry like we once were about food. I'm going to train a new thinker so we can get 6 knowledge per turn. And I'm not going to take somebody off of water at the moment because we need water for these. But what I'm going to do is take somebody off of seeds and somebody off of berries at the foraging spot because we can get better efficiency by picking actual berries. I want to fill up all of the stocks that we have of berries and tomatoes as we prepare for colder weather. So now I'm gathering 20 food and consuming 17 so we can start having a surplus again. All right, everybody. Well, we're doing beautifully. It's a new season, and we have 5 days to kind of get ready. Tomorrow, these 2 puddles will be done, and just like we used the meeting point, we can to produce the protection of hope against the fear domain. We can use the puddles to generate cold to protect against the heat domain and tilt this towards a favorable event for us. We're growing, and having a blast. I hope you all are enjoying this series like I am. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.